So my wife.
Hey, there we are. Look, we got a full house this morning. Pete, Steve, Mike, our special guest, Scott DeFree. Scott,
How
good
are
to
you? Good
see
to
you,
see you too,
man.
buddy.
Good to see you. Scott's a prime rib expert now since he's been
Absolutely.
went
Just
to the
took a
Owl's
little
Nest,
education.
Barbecue School of Prime Rib, and we're going to let you attend the Owl's Nest Barbecue School of Prime Rib. We're brought to you by all the great guys and gals that furnish us with all the great products that we sell here at the Owl's Nest Barbecue. We're so glad you tuned in today. Today is Prime Rib Saturday. We're going to show you how to do a prime rib. We've got one we've already cooked. We're going to slice it, give away samples. So if you're watching and you have time to come down about 9:45, we'll start giving away samples of prime rib. We're going to show you how to do the prime rib. We're going to show you how to do the bones that come off the prime rib. It's going to be a great day. We've got new technology that Pete, you're going to go ahead and jump over there. Pete's running the new tech. And first of all, Pete, go ahead. Let's go ahead and start. We're gonna get going here. I tell you what. Let's do. Let's start first with the prime rib. Sean, if you'll go to the new technology camera there, here you go, right there.
Let me get a close up right here.
There, that's it. That's a prime rib. That one was 3 bones, I believe. Let's see what we can tell. 1, 2 bones. So that was about 4 pounds. Right there, the bones. They used to sit up. They used to sit underneath the prime rib, like so, like so, like that. But we cut the bones off of it, and we like to cook. Some people like to tie them on there and cook them. I don't like to do that. I like to cook that thing just like that. Now we've left this one out. It's been out a couple hours. It's still a little cold, but it's getting close to room temperature, and that's what you want. You want to leave it out first thing. Is get your prime rib out and let it get up to room temperature. And what you're going to want to, what you'll get with that is it'll be the same color from top to bottom and from side to side. They call that a coast to coast cook. And that's what you want. You won't get a lot of that gray. You ever see, did you have any grayness around yours,
I
Scott?
did not.
Did
No.
you see it just works that good.
It does. Yeah.
Right there, Michael. So
Mm-hmm.
you won't get any of that gray there. You'll get all that nice red prime rib color. And I like to tie 'em. You don't have to tie them, but I like to tie mine. Did you tie yours, Scott?
I did.
Did you?
Yep.
Well, see, that's to me, that's just a nice way to keep that thing concise, and it's so easy to tie. And folks, believe me, I am no butcher. I promise you that. But we're going to show you. We're going to tie one up here for you real quick. Just take that. Well, let's see. I've already got it backwards. We'll do it like so. Take that thing right there. Just make yourself so you got plenty over on this side when you're done because you're gonna have to tie it. So that looks pretty good. We're not gonna take many loops on this one. And the way you can do a butcher's knot if you know how to do it. If not, you can do it this way, the easy way. Take it through about twice. You're gonna cinch that thing really good, real good. Michael, can I borrow your finger?
You sure can.
There you go. You get your husband or your spouse, your significant other at the house to hold that knot in place. There you go. Thanks, sir.
All right.
And that's all you got to do. What you do is put that over there. What you want to do, you want to come down just like so. And you're going to go around it again. And this one is so small, we're just going to go around it once. The trick is keeping that as straight as you can. You're going to come around, you're going to go under like that. There you go. Thank you, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can grab that. And you see, it is cinched down just like so. It's going to stay tight. turn it over. Gonna tie it. A lot of people like to put the tie on the bottom. I put it on the top. Doesn't make it any difference. Again, we're gonna do it the same way we did the other side. Michael, can I borrow your finger? Thank you, sir. Just like so. Hold it up. There it is. Voila. Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
Isn't that
Steve.
nice? Got that thing. It's going to stay concise. It's going to stay tight. You're going to get that nice coast to coast flavor on there. Scott, if you'll just take that string and chuck there's a trash can right over there. There you go, right there. Scott, go ahead and put a set of gloves on.
All right.
You handling all this food, you gotta. Michael, now what I'd like to do first is we'll put the prime rib back there. Let's get these plate bones, as they're called. But you got a good shot of there. That's the ones that came off of the prime rib. There's a ton of meat on these things, and you're not going to believe what these things are going to look like when they're done. But Michael, if you'll get that butter and that little brush, and just give me a little binder there,
Okay.
if you don't care.
I'll do it.
If you don't care.
What are you using as a binder there, Steve?
Get a shot of that, Pete. Using David Bosca's
What's
butter grilling oil, butter flavored grilling oil. Shelf stable. You don't have to refrigerate it, and it makes a great binder. I was looking, Scott. I was the other day. Pete and I were cooking something, and I was looking for butter, and I said, "God, I don't have any butter." And Pete goes, "Yes, you do. You got a whole shelf full of it." And I forgot. And I forgot all about it. That just makes a good binder.
So is it more like an olive oil butter flavor, or
No, it's grilling oil. I don't really know what kind of oil it is, Scott, but it's not it's not an olive oil.
It comes in several different. It comes
It comes in
flavors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, butter oil. It comes in butter,
garlic,
butter,
Nice.
chipotle, honey.
Yeah.
Lots of different flavors.
I use the garlic butter on my steaks instead of
Okay.
Yeah.
put them on.
Oh, it's great. It's great on steaks.
Nice.
It's really good.
There you go. Good deal.
All right.
All right, Michael. Now I'm going to season that. We always use Grilling Addiction here. We've got a new one, and we want to try it on there. Michael, grab that. That is by Swan Life Barbecue. What's that called, Pete? What does it say?
It's
can't
beef rub, prime beef rub.
Prime beef rub. This has got a lot of bold flavors in it. I like it. We're going to use it today on this plate rib. Michael, if you'll do the honors. That's very simple. That's all you have to do on this plate rib. There's hardly any trimming to be done. If you noticed on the prime rib, I didn't trim anything off of it. There's just not a lot of trimming to be done on this meat. All that fat will render, and it will be so delicious.
How's that,
Yeah,
Steve?
it smells good.
Yeah.
It smells good. It's not. Wow. Smell that, Scott.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that those flavors?
yeah.
Those flavors are.
Smells great.
Man, those are going to be
I
fantastic.
did use that on mine the other day, and
Did you use
the taste is phenomenal.
Yeah. Did it cook up good?
Yes.
Oh, good. That's good. That's what we like to hear. Let's see. Let's hand me that. Let's put the big star back here. What we're going to do, I got ahead of myself. What we're going to do, we're going to make a little a butter herb crust for the top of this. When you do this, you want to make sure you don't put any binder on here. Don't put any butter. Don't put any olive oil. Don't put anything on the meat. You're going to want to go straight on it with the butter crust, the butter herb crust. That way it'll stick better, and it'll make a better protein. If you put something on now, it's not going to stick good. Okay, and Pete, this stuff is so easy. We've got some room temperature butter. This is real butter that we've had in the warmer outside, so it turns into a little solidified thing. We've got 1 tablespoon of Grilling Addiction. from David Bosca, right there. A tablespoon of that. We've got a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of rosemary, and a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to add some garlic to it as well. So we're going to put that in there first. Now we're going to get the garlic and Scott, if you'll do the pleasures,
Sure.
have you ever used one of these things?
Absolutely.
Just put the, if you'll get, there's calls for 6 cloves of garlic, so it's heavy. It's heavy on the garlic, but boy, it tastes really good. It tastes really good. Okay, boy, you can tell he's used that thing before. I've been putting one in there. This man is a professional. Look at that. Look at that.
I need one of those.
Well, they're handy.
Yeah.
They're handy. If you
Nothing
don't,
like
yeah,
nice fresh garlic.
if you don't have
Hold on just a second.
if you don't have any garlic, you can
Look at
or
that.
cloves, you can use that little stuff that comes in a jar that's already, minced. What we're gonna do, we're gonna stir that up. Pete, get us. I want everybody to see what this thing's gonna look like. Okay, look at that. It's already a semi. It just doesn't take long to do this. You just leave your butter out at room temperature, or you can do like we did. You can melt it and then take it out of whatever you melted it in, and it'll solidify again. And it makes it room temperature, and you
Smell
mix
that
it up.
garlic.
Oh
Yes,
man,
sir.
Really good.
Smell it. Wow, that is so good. That is so good.
That
Yeah.
was the first thing when my wife walked in the house when I was cooking it. She's, man, I smell garlic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who doesn't like garlic, right?
Right.
There you go. That's good. All right. Now what I'm going to do is get that prime rib back up here. Now, if you come in the store and you're curious about all this stuff, we've got a kit made up that's got everything you need to cook the prime rib as far as the hardware. We've got a kit with the pans in it, with the
Riser.
risers, the rub, the string, and we got the list. We've got a recipe already written out for you. We got the list of ingredients that go in the herb crust. So everything you need, we've got at the store. So some people just pick this up with their hand and do it. I have found that it's just as easy and a lot less messy if you put it on the fork. Some people go all the way around it. It usually, when you get off the top of it, it seems like it just melts down anyway. So we'll just stay on top. You go right over the string. Don't worry about the string. The string will cook down. And folks, I'm gonna tell you what, it's so good. The string will be good. If you get a piece of string, you'll just eat it. You'll just eat it. Even the string's good. So you got that nice. See how nice that goes on there.
You've done this a time or two, haven't you?
Yeah,
Steve?
man.
Yeah,
I tell you,
yeah.
it's such good food, and you know what I like about it? It's something that I can cook. It's easy. It doesn't take a lot of skill. You got to have the right. The hardware is what you really need. The stuff that you need to cook it with: a good smoker, a good pans, good risers. That's the most important part about cooking stuff like this. It's the food is actually just easy to cook. Look at that. Look at that. And that's it. There, that is a 4-pound. That is a 4-pound prime rib that is ready to go into the smoker. Now, if you want to add a little extra zing to it, okay, and you know about me, I'm all about the zing.
Oh,
Michael,
yeah.
if you get that out again,
Yeah.
let's go a little bit on top again, please.
All right.
You hop in here. You can add just a little bit more, and then go on top of that.
How's that, Steve?
Yeah. Now, see, I want my sides to be done. So we're gonna. You need a helper in the kitchen.
Okay.
So let's go. Let's put some on the sides. It's the meat's been out so long that it's starting to get slimy, and that's good. And so that you don't even need a binder. That rub will just stick right on there. Get some more on there, Michael. Don't be bashful. That stuff. There you go. There you, well, let's get a little more bashful than that. Look at that. That screams Christmas to me.
It sure does.
That screams Christmas to me. And you're going to say, okay, Steve, what are we going to cook it in? What temperature we're going to cook it at? And that's the easy part. What you want to do is set your oven or your smoker at 450 degrees. You're thinking, wow, that's high, Steve, but that's what you want. You're going to set it to 450 degrees, let it get to 450 degrees before you put anything in it. And then when it gets to 450 degrees, you're going to place the prime rib in the oven or your smoker. Right next to it, you're going to place the plate ribs right next to it. And you're going to cook that for 20 minutes. And what you're going to see is that's going to start to crust, and that's going to start to caramelize, and it's going to weld itself to that meat. It's going to infuse the flavor, and it's going to be delicious. After 20 minutes, you're going to turn that smoker or your grill or your oven down to 325, okay? That's when you want to start the clock. If you were to take a thermometer and go into the side of this meat, after 20 minutes, what you're going to find, let me get my thermometer here, you're going to find the internal temperature of that prime rib is going to be about 55 degrees. That's all. Did you check yours?
I did.
Was it about
Right
that?
at 55.
Yeah. It's 55 every time. Like right now, it's 43. So it's going to come up, and it's only going to be 55 degrees. So you're not really doing a lot of cooking at 450 degrees. What you're doing, you're caramelizing that crust, and that's what's going to give it just a tremendous flavor for you and your guests.
Steve,
Then-
do you put any water in there or anything
Yep.
liquid?
Yeah, when you take it, when you're done, after 20 minutes after you're done, you're gonna open up the oven. You're gonna take it down to 325. Okay, that's when you start your clock. You want to set it for about an hour and a half. That's when you're gonna want to start checking it. But before you do that, you're gonna put some water in the bottom of your pans right here. And what that's gonna do is just gonna add some steam to it. Just take it up to the bottom of the meat, and that will protect the bottom of the meat from any harshness, from the oven or from the smoker, and it will steam it, and you'll get even more of a better cook that way. And during the cook, you want to check it. Like yesterday, Pete and I did 2 prime ribs yesterday, and we had to add what, 1 time, Pete?
Yeah.
Because we had a real big one. We had a 9-pounder in there, and it took, I think, about 2 hours to cook. But what you want to do when you take your readings, a prime rib is funny. When you take the readings in the prime rib, when you're cooking them, if you take it here, it's going to say one thing. If you cook it over here, it's going to say another thing, another thing, another thing, another thing. For some reason, when you're cooking that prime rib, the temperature is all over the place inside of it. What you want to do is you want to take one place right in the middle. That's where you're going to take your reading. And I'm going to cook mine to 130. If you want it a little bit more done, cook it to 135. If you want it less, take it to 125. 130 is a good medium, medium rare to medium on the ends. Okay, that'll be a good. You'll have some better done on the end for people that like it just a little bit better done. But for people that really like it raw, not raw but rare, in the middle, you'll have it for them too. So you'll be able to please everybody. Is that what you found on yours, Scott?
I did, and it was just like you said, it was so simplistic that I just kept checking the temperature, and immediately I pulled it out at 130, let it rest,
Mhm.
and I mean, it was perfect.
Yeah. And what you're going to want to do then, I will start checking this at about an hour after I've turned my oven down or turned my grill down to 325. I'm going to start checking it at about an hour. Okay. And what you're going to find, you're going to probably be up to 89, 90 degrees. Now, when it hits around 100 to 110, that's when you got to get sharp, because it'll go from it seems like it goes from 110 to 130 pretty darn
Really
quick.
quick.
It really
Yes.
quick. It starts to really cook. So you'll make sure you check it. Now you're wondering about, well, what are we going to do with these little guys? Well, these little guys are so good, and they make a great appetizer. Somebody at the table, Michael, will want to eat it.
Yeah.
Eat it for their meal. And what you want to do about halfway through your cook, make sure you've got plenty of water in the bottom of it. You're going to take some aluminum foil, and you're going to wrap those. Okay, put a little butter on the top, and then just wrap them and put them on right back on the grill next to these. When that's done, when that hits 130, chances are that's going to be done. Now, I want you to look at that really good because we're going to show you something what it's going to look like. I don't want you to be shocked. So see how it's got meat all over the bone. You can't hardly see the bones. You see them there on the end and see them on that end, right? But you can't hardly see the bones. Boy, see how that meat is starting to sweat now. It's starting to really absorb the flavors. You know, you can put this on the meat and you can leave it sit on the counter even another hour if you want to. You know, you're not gonna get poison or anything like that, and you're gonna just really infuse that meat with flavor, and that's what you want to do. So there you go. Now I've got all of these in a packet here at the store. I've got the recipe for the herb and butter crust on our Facebook page, on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Facebook page. If you're watching on that, Owl's Nest Barbecue Facebook, it's there right below the video that you're watching. The recipe's right there. You can highlight and print it off if you want to. Now, let's see. Scott or Sean, if you would, go ahead and let's grab the prime ribs up here that we've got cooked already. If you'd be kind enough to bring those over, just put that right there. Now we see we got the juice in there. Now this is what, let's see, go ahead. I'll take that and you can take that pan away. Now, Pete, if you would be kind enough to get the up close, we're going to talk about that first. That is that. That's what that right there is going to look like that when you're done cooking it. If you cook it and it looks like that and you get your thermometer and you probe it and it is super soft and it's about 200 degrees, that's when you know those are done. You cook those kind of like you cook a brisket. Now, if you would, Scott, let's go ahead and let's do these. Let's cut up these ribs first. If you'll hand me that, no, hand me the slicer. That's the Butcher Barbecue. We got the new Butcher Barbecue. I call it a brisket slicer. What was that? Was a Granton?
Granton
Was
slicer.
it a Granton slicer?
I believe
Something
it
like
is,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. These are brand new, and I don't know if you can see it, Pete. I don't know if you can see it good, but that handle is super. It's a little bit bigger, and for all of us thumb guys that like to cook with a thumb, it's got a nice platform right there for your thumb, and you can slice right through these things. Yeah, they're good. That one's only $29.95. Now look at that, folks. That stuff is cutting. Let me find the edge. That stuff is cutting like butter. Look at that. Look at the inside of that. You don't think that's going to be good food?
It's going to be delicious,
You
Steve.
don't think that's going to be good food? Now, Scott, since you are our guest, you're gonna get the first taste. Go ahead and pick that up. Pete will get a big picture of you eating that thing.
Phenomenal.
Is that not? And some people throw those away.
Wow.
Some people thought, I don't know. Pete, give me that camera. I want you to grab that thing. I'm gonna let you get paybacks for eating that. Look at that. Look at that.
So tender,
Mm-hmm.
flavorful.
Take another big bite. Let me see it. Oh yeah, man! Look at that smoke ring. Look at that.
Just pulls right off the bone. So tender, flavorful.
Michael, your turn.
Oh, I was waiting. All right.
Oh yeah, that is so good.
Sean, you need to come over here and grab one.
Mm.
Look at that.
Wow.
Get you a big bite there, Sean. That's our producer, director, Saturday man, Sean. What do you think, Sean?
Great.
Is it good? Good. Glad you like that.
The most tender beef rib I've ever had, Steve.
Yeah, and you know, it's nothing that I did. It's the method and it's the cut of beef. Number one, you know, you always got to start with a good cut of beef if you're going for something. Get a piece of that, Michael. Get a piece of that.
Sure. Here, there, Steve. Let me get.
Oh man, that with that prime beef rub,
Wonderful.
or golly, that's good, man. That's good. Michael, give me one more. Give me one more piece, and I'm gonna try it in that. I'm gonna try. Is there any left on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it on that horseradish. You got any left, Scott? Or did you eat it?
No, mine's gone.
That's just regular horseradish. Gosh, that's good. Oh man. Let's try it. This is the tiger tail horseradish mustard that we carry. That stuff. You'll get a chance to try that too. That is, folks. Put that on your table. Michael, try that.
Yeah.
Try that.
Now, Stephen, once again, for clarification, when you pull the prime rib and the bones out, the bones are going to have a temperature of around 200 degrees.
The bones are. The
Right.
prime rib's going to be about,
About
130. Yeah, but the bones they'll be about 200, anywhere from 195 to 200. And they'll be done. 210 is perfect. If you can wait to 210, that's the perfect. But don't throw the bones away. Gosh sakes, don't tie the bones on the thing and then cook the bones with the rib. Get the bones, separate them. Scott, if you'll just put that other one right over there for me for the time being. There you go. I'm gonna get a sip of my drink here. Now, you got the family in, you've impressed them with your bones. They're thinking, wow, this guy knows what he's doing.
Well, you do.
This is what you want to get next. Sean, if you would come over here and get that pan for us. If you want to get an up close shot on that thing.
So
Scott, if you'll get that little David Butcher Barbecue boning knife, and let's go ahead and
before
start.
you do, let's real quick. I want to just say, here's the beginning of it, right?
Mhm.
There's the after.
Yep. I tell you, get
There
that
you
edge.
go.
Get that edge. Look at that crusty edge. Oh man, this is look at you can see
Wonderful.
you can see the thyme and the rosemary at the top of it. It's just infused itself into it. Scott's pulling all the strings off of it. That's why I like to tie it like this because it
Steve
makes.
normally just eats it.
I wish I could say I don't, but I do. I try not to, but if one gets stuck in there, I don't take the time to get it out. Yeah. That's why I like to tie it like that. You see how everything comes together all at once? It just comes apart like a big net. That's why I like it like that. There's lots of ways. You don't have to tie that. You can do it individually. But that's it. Now I got to just tell you right off the bat, prime rib is my favorite. It has always been my favorite. When I go to J. Alexander's, I don't need a menu. I need prime rib and those mashed potatoes and a bourbon and Coke, and I'm good for the night.
Steve, is their prime rib as good as yours?
Yes,
Okay.
their prime rib is better.
Oh, wow.
And that's all. You know when you cook, you always have something to strive for. And for me, it's J. Alexander's prime rib. I've never been able to duplicate it, and but it's not because mine is so good. Scott's, yours was this good yesterday.
Yes.
Anybody that cooks it at the house is going to be this good. If we cook it for you, Pete, now we've got, I think 18 left to sell for Christmas. We'll be cooking them next Friday. They'll be this good. It's just, if you got to just do the method, do it the right way, follow the directions, and yours will be that good. So,
And each one we do that we're doing are just like that. We've got the same
yeah.
seasoning, everything that we're doing is doing just like this.
All right, Pete, if you want to get in there, buddy, we'll start this. I like to take that little thin You can see over there on the monitor. Take that little thin thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
look
look
at
at that! Look at that! Oh,
Look
look
at the
that!
juice
Look at the
coming
juice. Now this.
Man, that is
Now
so
we
tender.
now we cooked this yesterday. Look at
Wow.
that! Look at that!
You see
Look
the
at
juice
that.
running out of it.
Look at that thing!
Work of art.
Man, that thing is beautiful. I can't wait.
Steve, can you pick that up and let me get
I sure can.
just the juice? Look there. You
Wow.
can see. Look at that.
So moist.
It looks darker on the monitor, but that thing is a perfect medium. I mean, it's perfect medium. And as you go into it, it'll get a little bit. Now let's see. We got the 2 little slices. I like mine about a half inch like that.
Nice.
There you go.
Look at
Wow. That's a perfect cook.
Yes, it is. Doesn't get any better than
that.
that.
If anybody watches our YouTube channel or Facebook, you know, I've posted probably 25 different prime rib videos. It's just because I love it.
What's nice is you can carve on the ends and serve somebody a good medium.
Yeah.
And then you can, as you get deeper, you got a medium rare, so you can please everybody with a good.
Yeah. I'm more of a medium guy.
And I think, you know, Michael, I think most people are. I think they'll eat a medium rare.
Yeah.
Because they watch and they see, oh, that's how it's supposed to be. But I think most people in the end are medium.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I like medium rare, but I can eat medium too. Now, Scott, I want you to take a dip, and I want you to try that right there.
Okay.
And then we'll tell you what it is.
It's very good.
Is that not
Very
a flavor explosion?
It is.
That's
It is.
a Head Country apple habanero.
That is.
That's all of ours favorite.
I had an idea that's what it was.
Yeah, it's man,
Totally
I like
different
it.
taste.
Here, Michael, jump in here and grab that.
Oh, all right.
That stuff's even good on
Mm.
prime rib.
It's good.
Folks, there you have it in a nutshell. We're going to be giving away free samples when we get off the air. We'll cut these up so everybody can try some. Prime rib, it's a great Christmas meal. You'll love it. If you don't want to do it, Pete and I, we've got 27. I think we've got about 10 already sold. So we got 17 or 18 left. I can't remember which for sure. If you want to make an order, feel free to call me, 423-593-6588. You can go to my Facebook page and drop me a message, or you can email me, Steve Ray at srmo.us, srmo.us, Steve Ray at srmo.us, and we'll match you up with what we did. We bought several full ones and we butchered them down. We've got several different weights, so we can get you close to what you want. Because not everybody needs an 8-pounder.
Yeah,
Some people need
4.5, 5,
Yeah,
6,
yeah,
6.5,
5.5.
7, 8.
We'll get you real close to what you want. So,
And if you want, you need big, we'll combine a couple of them
Mhm.
and give you, if you got a big family and you want bigger ones.
and hey, listen, we had the Green Mountain Grills in stock. Don't forget, we've got one left.
No, you don't.
No, we don't. Well, they sold out, Scott? Okay, they're sold out. All right, never mind. But we appreciate everybody that supported us this year. Everybody, thank you. Next Saturday, we're going to have a fun little show for you. We're going to do like a little round table back here in the warehouse. We'll be recapping the year, talking about what's coming up in barbecue, and it'll be kind of an open forum. We'll wish you joined us, and we can't wait to see everybody this week. Now, we got a full week before Christmas. If you want to do this, we've got everything you need in one kit to get you on the right path to success, okay? You can do this, I promise you. Michael, they can do this. Scott, you can
Absolutely.
do this, can't you?
Yes.
And do it just as good.
Steve,
All right.
what's the kit cost?
$38.95.
38.
Everything you need to cook it is in it. All you got to do is supply the meat, and all you got to do is supply the stuff to make the crust, and the recipe's in there. We've got it for you. We've done all the hard work. All you got to do is follow the directions. All right, guys, let's see. Let's cut this up. Sean, get us out of here. We appreciate everybody watching. Come see us today. We're open till 4, and I'll be here all week this week. No days off for me this week. We'll be selling barbecue stuff, fixing cars, selling tires, just for you on the week prior to Christmas. Thanks for watching, everybody. Look at that thing.